going to do is on the plus sign, on the purple, on the right, on the left hand side, sorry, there's a plus sign there too. So this plus sign, I'll click on the plus sign, and I'll go over to elements. I'll go over to elements, and then I'll click on elements. And then on this, sorry, not elements, I'm going to go to text, sorry, not elements. So go to text. I'll just choose this cold and smooth and tasty. Hope you can all see what I'm doing. Huh? Can you see what I'm doing? Hello, can you please answer me? Okay. Yes. Okay. So I'll just go here and I will click and I'll type this Jumia food. Worry, I know how to do this. So I will just go here on this Jumia food, and I'm going to try not to be too fast, so you're going to understand me since my cursor isn't working. So I will go over to this part that wrote B, and there's format under. Click on it, and the middle, that's here, the middle. I'm clicking on it, so you're going to see the gesture there. So I'm also going to click on it again and make this, that's this part I'm clicking on. Just look at the screen where you're going to see it. Then I will go over to the font. You see it, the font, and click on it. Now I want to choose Montserrat Classic. I think it's closer to what I want to do. Montserrat's extra bold. So I think it's very close to what I want to do. So I would shift this to the middle. Now you can see. And I'll make the background and click on the color. I want to get a color that is close to what Jumia can use. Okay. So I'll go over to this text. I'll go back to this text and click on this white color. So on the white color. Sorry, I'm coming. I want to check something. Okay. And go over here to this place. Then I'm also going to make this bold. I think it's not a bold. Okay, it's not a bold. I'll make it bolder. And I'll go back to that plus sign again and click on it. So do this, this, and this way. Okay, it's not here. I'm going to do this. Sorry, it was a mistake. So I'm just going to do this Jumia food. I think this color is too bright. Let me decrease the brightness a little bit. Okay, this is okay. Then I will go over to this part. So you're asking me how I was able to pair the screen. So this part where the roots in white, there's a white background there at the right hand side. I'm trying to highlight it. Can you see it? Please, if you can see it, please just comment if you can see it. So I'm going to click here on the duplicate it. Then see what I did. I went to that X sign here and I clicked on it. Okay, X sign. So, okay, great. All right. So, Jumia food, and I'm going to write here, hungry instead of Jumia food. So, it's just not to pass through the stress of having this, of having to recreate a new background and all of that. Just duplicate your screen. Then I will go to that B part, this B format. I said the size I'm using is YouTube thumbnail. That's the size I've been using. So I'll click on this and disable. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be in capital letters. I want them to just be this way. So hungry. And I'm going to that plus sign, to elements, and to here, rectangle. And I will click this, make it like this. Now see what I'm going to do. I'm flipping it using this thing here. the thing that looks like arrows, curved arrows. So I'm moving it. So I'm going to get it here and do it like this. Okay. So I'll make this to be darker shade of orange. It's not really dark like I want it to be. Okay, this is okay. Just manage it. Okay. So I would go here, swipe over the page this way to Jumia food. Now I'm going to long press this thing. Long press. So it's going to give me options. But what I want to do is copy. I want to copy this to the clipboard and I'm going to go back to the next one. Long press it. Long press it and paste. And it brings this out. So this is it. And I'm just going to fix this up here. So hungry, I'm going to go over to my photos. I'm using photos. Okay, I already chose one of it. So photos, got this hamburger there. So I'm just going to use this. Please, I hope everybody's following. And I'll go over to the plus sign, this plus sign here. And go over to elements. Elements, please take note, elements. And elements, I will go here, search anything you want. I last searched shadow, so just type shadow and it will bring out all these options for you. So shadow, because I don't want it to be floating, it's just going to make it look very unrealistic and it doesn't make any sense. It's going to be unrealistic. So I'm just making it like that. And I'll get this. Now it's looking like it's on top of the burger. So what I'm going to do is I will click on this, highlight this, okay, and scroll here, go to position, make it backward. Did you see that? So I made it backward and it's going to look like there's a shadow there. That is the thing that you learned the first tutorial about contrast. So this is it. Okay. So this is hungry. And I think I have to reduce this font. It's looking too big. Okay. Okay. Please, I hope everybody's following. I hope everybody's following. Okay, this is what I'm going to do, and I'll just add a star. Okay, thank you. Star. I just want this kind of star. Not so much, just a star. Okay. Then I'm going to go back to that same method I used. Click on this and duplicate. Duplicate. Not add, but duplicate. Sorry, I don't want this. So duplicate. And the next one I'm going to do is I'll write here. Long press on this, select all, and I'll write we deliver in minutes. We deliver in minutes. So so if you have any questions, like I said earlier, please just write it here. I'm going to say it. Should be no question mark here. No question. So we deliver in minutes, and I will change this to, let me look for another thing there. Let me check for ice cream bucket. Ice cream. I should be able to find at least ice cream bucket. So I used a rectangle shape and I gave it a new color. I gave it a new color. So why am I just seeing all this kind of ones now? I think they should go. So I'm trying to resize this. Then if I have to resize this, then that means I have to also resize the shadow. I wouldn't want it to be looking too big. It's going to make it look unrealistic. So I will do this. And it's looking somehow. So you can see here, I will just do this. I think this has its own shadow. I'm just going to make use of the shadow it has. So this is it. We'll leave it a minute. How did I add the shadow? I went to Elements and I typed this keyword shadow. All right, and it brought out this thing. So I choose from the option, but I don't want the shadow here. So that's it. So this is it. We deliver in minutes, and I'll go over and create another slide. So great meals. I'll write here, great meals. Great meals. And delete this because I duplicated this thing. I'm making use of the font Montserrat extra bold, right? Yeah, that's the font I chose. Montserrat extra bold. There's it. So take note. Okay, so okay, great meals. Let me check. I'll go back to photos. Photos. Please, are you guys following? And type food. Let's just check. Oh, actually exaggerated my O in the food. So food. So food, I can't find any particular one. Sorry, let me just look for the catalog here. I can't find. Let me check fries. Okay, let's try this. So this, I think this should go. Okay, so okay, I should reduce my pace. Okay, I'm sorry. And I just did this. Okay, what don't you understand? Or what are you not are you not following right on? So I'll go here on elements, and type here, and I'll also get this shadow. I want to add a shadow to it. So shadow. Now you can give your shadow transparency, not to make it look too dark. So I could go here. After highlighting the shadow, I could go here, scroll here, and go to transparency, and I could reduce it to something like this. Okay, so I would keep it here, make it look this way. Then position, backward. Okay, then I will use this thing and take it up here, so it's going to look more realistic. So that's it. This, and this. Okay. Okay, I can see someone has a question. Said Mr. Kamaldin told us not to put any of our designs out of a transparent rectangle box. The design interface, but the star is out of the box. Is that okay? I don't think I really understand what you asked me now. Because the star here is like rating, kind of. I don't know what you mean by what you just said now. So let's just continue. I think this is the last slide we're going for. So I'll go here to that same part of how I normally get the slides there, and I will duplicate this for the last time. Should I duplicate? Let me just add a new one, not duplicate. And I'll go over to the first one. I'm swiping them left, go over to the first one. Okay. copy. Did you see how what I did now? Long press Jumia and copy. So how I was able to rotate the triangle was this thing. If you check, if I click on it, there is a particular curved arrow you're seeing by the side. This thing. So that thing that looks like a curved arrow, there are two in a white background that look like curved arrows. Okay, that's what I was able to use and rotate the rectangle. So it's that clear now. And I just copied this Jumia food text, and I'll go here. I'll click on this and say, and paste, and write. Okay, I will choose another text. A little bit of body. Okay, let me take this part again. So I pasted this thing here, and I clicked on this plus sign. The plus sign. I think it's giving off an effect as I'm touching it now. So that plus sign is in there, and I got this text. So I remember that Mr. Kamaldeen told you about the pre-formatted texts and all of that. It's not rotating well for you. Okay, I think I don't know. Please, can you send a screenshot? Let me see where you're touching your hand on. Okay, let me just go back to add a little bit of body text. Okay, so I would go here and say, I don't know the caption Jumia always uses, so please give me a minute. Okay, I'll just put something like this. Order now. Order now. And make this white and bold. And also I want to increase the size. So this, sorry, I picked on the wrong one. So font size, make it 40. So what I did was I clicked on this. I want to be the one to add the size myself. So I can either make it 50 or there. So this is what I did, and I made it this way. But I don't want this to be open sans serif because that's the default the default text that Canva always gives you. So I'll go to font, choose font. Then this particular text that I like, and I think it's going to be very good for you. For designs, it's very good for design. So Poppins. What's happening? So Poppins medium. So click on this. So this font is actually best so far. So click on this Poppins, and there's this one, and okay, it's okay. So another thing I'm going to do is this Jumia food, I want to add an effect on text for it. So I could go here, effects. So there are different effects I could add on it. This, and this. There's neon, the one that has like light and all of that. So, but I don't want to make use of any of this. I just want to show you around. So I would go here to the plus sign, don't forget the plus sign. So I will also go to elements, don't forget elements, click on this, and I will type frame. So I know Mr. Kamaldeen taught you about frame. There are so many frames. Okay, it's loading. Just give it some more time. Okay, I want frame for a phone. So I will just do this like this. Okay. Now the picture I want to give in here is, I will go to my photos. Don't forget photos. So I will type, let me look for something. I don't know if Canva has this, but let me check. It doesn't really have it. What I'm looking for. Let me check order now to see if there's any picture I could take from here and insert into this shop. I'm trying out different options, so don't worry about it. So I'm just trying to check. If I don't see, I'm just going to make use of this one. So I'll just make use of this and I would put it into the phone screen. Okay. So that's just it. And that's all. So now let's start. This is does the slide. Let's start adding animations to each of the slides. So the text, scroll here, animate, okay, not effects, animate. So animate, so I click on animate and there's span. Just look at this. There's this, breathe, mix it, come to the screen. So I want to take all, not this. So block is what this happens. Typewriter, see what it's going to do. And there's Jumia food, there's Jumia food, bust, Jumia food, roll. So it depends on the particular one you want to choose. So there are lots of them. There is stumble, there is drift, there is stomp, there is a tectonic, there's baseline, pop, neon, and all of that. Don't worry, I'm rushing it because I know you're still going to go back and check all of this. So I want to make use of bounce. Sorry, I don't think this was the particular one I saw earlier. Or is Jumia for this ascend? I want to make use of ascend. So also, having said this, there's also animation for the slides themselves. Now, I said there's animation for the text. Can everybody hear me, please? Can you all hear me? The animation for the text, and there's also animation for the slides. All right. So I've already gotten for the text, which was ascend. Did you see that here? Ascend. So I would go here, click on this. Okay, thank you. So click on this and animate. So there are lots of them here. So I could do block. These page animations. It's almost like it's the same thing with the text one, but sometimes depending on the template you choose, they're always different, not always the same thing. So I don't want any of this, so I'm just going to take it off. And sorry, I want to check something. So I'll go to hungry, go to animate hungry. So because it's a question, I'm just going to make it this way, like a bounce. And let me try animating this too. Okay, animate this. All right, let me show you another function using Canva. So when I long press this, you see it brings up this option, select multiple. Selecting multiples helps you to do lots of things. You can also select multiples to group elements together. So I will do this and zoom in on my screen. I always do this because sometimes Canva may just, or some elements may just be on top of the others. So I'm going to do this. Long click, long press, whatever. Select multiple. And this shadow you could see here, click on it. Now you see it highlighted the shadow and this. I will go down, scroll here and click on group to group these things together. So I'm going to animate, and any animation that I give this, all of them will come together. It's not going to be the hamburger on its own and the shadow coming on its own, but both of them are going to come together. So if you can't hear me or you have any question, you can kindly ask. I'm going to say it and reply you. So animate. So there's this. Did you see that? There's this. Did you see that? There's this. There's this. There's just looking at the image itself. There's stumble. I don't want that. Stump. No, we don't want that. So I said I'm making use of the shadow so that it will look more realistic. So the first class you did here, you learned about contrasts. Okay, so it's going to look more realistic. Contrast helps you make your elements or your details on your design to look more realistic. If I just take off the shadow, it's going to look like a hamburger floating on air. But if I put the shadow, it's going to be like hamburger that was cropped out of a page to put on my design. You get it? So scrapbook. So I want to use something like this. Move. I think this is better. Okay, I think something happened here. Okay, so this is it. Sorry, I don't want to make use of. I want to make use of pan. So I think pan is okay. Okay, pan, and go here to animate, pan, fade, breathe, tectonic. So I think pan is better. So choose pan and hungry. Remember the particular one we made use of in the last one for hungry. What I'm going to make use of here too. So all. I made use of bounce. Yes, it was bounce I made use of. Will deliver in minutes. No, I don't want this. So let me make use of bounce. So bounce. And great meals. The same bounce. Here. Yeah, bounce. And so to group this thing together, I will long click on this shadow, on this. Now I'm going to pick the shadow too. So I'm going to zoom out so you're going to see what I just did. So did you see that? So group together. And then, so if you can look here, you see there's a little bit of overlap between the rectangle and the shadow itself. So what I'm going to do is I'll take this rectangle behind. I think it's above my shadow. That's why it's having those issues or what? Okay, I think what happened was because I reduced the transparency of the shadow. That's why it's also revealing. Yes, I reduced the transparency. That's why it's also revealing the rectangle. So let me just leave it as it is. And then go to animate. And no, photo flow. I think this is better. No, cropping it out. Cropping it out. So just take, I'm going to make use of pan. So pan and Jumia food. So Jumia food, I want it to fade into the background. So animate. I'm just going to make it to fade into the background. Where is fade? Okay, just fade into the background. Order now should no, it doesn't look, no. Okay, I think this is better. Order now. So this one here, I'm going to add another animation to it. So animate on it and tumble. Okay, I think this is better. So can you see that? If you want to check this, you can just click on this play button here. Let me try and give it an effect so you're going to know what I mean. So look up, there's a play button up. So just click on it and that is it. There's no music, so don't worry. I'm yet to add a track to the background music to it. So can you see that? So did you see that? Okay, so I will go over to the plus sign and go over to uploads. Okay, so upload media, there you can upload your video, also upload your audio or images. So I want to upload audio, and to tell you that Canva also has a place where you can upload audios to it and make use of them in your video. So I'm going to use this audios, and it's loading. Okay, so I got to, this is the part where I saved what I had downloaded. Okay, Jumia Food MP3. So how I was able to get this this soundtrack was I used an app and downloaded it, making it to be an MP3. Okay, so that was how I was able to get it. So I don't know what happened now. Okay, it just took me out of this page. Sorry. Sorry, Canva does that sometimes. Don't mind it. Okay, Jumia Food, YouTube thumbnail. Okay, hello, can you all still hear me? So Jumia Food is here. If you can hear me, download the font. Okay, that's great. Okay, you can also decrease the volume, like make this to be totally muted, okay, by 100, or make it like this. So how on the Jumia Food app. See? Shop now. If I click on this, it brings out all the effects. I can trash it, like delete it from the screen, or volume. Yes. So that's it. So let me try this again.
Download the Jumia Food app and get your cravings satisfied in minutes. Great meals with great deals only on the Jumia Food app. Shop now.
Okay. Sorry. So where the mistake was my what they call it? My video is actually longer than the soundtrack itself. So I'm going to make it to be a second, just 1 second for all of them. Apply to all 5 pages. So let me try this again.
Download the Jumia Food app.
It's too fast. I'll go over and take it to be 2. I can make it to be 2 seconds and apply this to all the pages. So let's go again.
Download the Jumia Food app and get your cravings satisfied in minutes. Great meals with great...
Sorry, we go again. So 3 seconds. I mean, okay, I said 3 seconds. Okay, thank you for your suggestion. I'm actually making use of it already.
Download the Jumia Food app and get your cravings satisfied in minutes. Great meals with great deals only on the Jumia Food app. Shop now.
All right, you were actually very correct. Thank you so much, best baby. All right, I think you're actually the best now. Okay, this is just all for today about this particular one. So I think, do you have any questions before I close and give my assignment? Does anybody have any question? Or should I say no question? Or is there any question coming? So this is our product for today's class.
Download the Jumia Food app and get your cravings.
And everybody was able to understand what I was doing. There's no question.
Great meals with great
okay, you don't
deals.
know how I added the music. Okay, great. Okay, the plus sign, and I made use of this upload media. Okay, and this. Okay, so this was, I've already taken this part. So you can go here and scroll on your music and all of that. But because I know, no, it does not require Pro Canva. It doesn't. So, but because of I know where my folder was, I just had to go straight to it, and I got it here. It's just Jumia. So it's So it's just there. I don't know why my is not working. So this is a list of the files I have here. So that's how I was able to get it. So just go back to the upload file button just here and get the audio. That's just all. So you can upload video, audio, and images. That's just all. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to send it. Okay, this person didn't just hear what I just said now. I said from upload media. You could go to this part here. Open from this part here. Can you see the effect? I'll try and do it again. Can you see the effect there? Okay, so I'll click on that. So there's music you can go to, but then I know where I got where I had taken it from. So I just went to my file storage itself, which was my phone itself, and I scrolled down, went to my app, and where I got it. So that's how I was able to get it. It may be different for your own phone. Okay, so how I was able to download this soundtrack, I made it of vidmates. I think all of you should know vidmate app. So I made it of vidmate app, and I got it not as a video but as an mp3 player. Okay, so it was now a soundtrack for me. So that's it. Okay, I'm going to send this to the
Download the
group.
Jumia Food app
So you don't have
and
to worry
get your
yourself.
cravings satisfied in minutes. Great meals with great
So
deals
thank you.
only on the Jumia Food app. Shop now.
So thank you for everybody for coming to today's class. And I didn't make the audio myself. I just got it online. Okay. So thank you for today's class, and this brings us to an end. And the name of the app, okay, vidmate. Okay. Your assignment. I'm going to send the assignment to the group now. When I end the call, I'm going to send the assignment to the group now. Okay, I'm making use of a laptop and the icons are different. I don't think the icons are different. They're just the same thing. The only thing that it's there is just that the interface may be different. Anywhere is fine. All right, thank you for today and goodbye.